look at Georgia. What does the top 5 ranking mean for week 1? Optimism, hope, maybe, David, an excuse for the other team's fans to rush the field if they knock you off?
Well, it means, first of all, absolutely nothing, because preseason rankings don't show up anywhere at the end of the season, but it means this team is talented. It means they're thought of highly. They got to go earn it, Jesse, and it starts today, but the talent obviously is all over the field.
The number in the preseason rankings means absolutely nothing. You saw Florida State recently start in the top 10. They won 2 games by the end of the year. So you've got to go earn it. Yes, you're talented. Yes, a lot of eyeballs are going to be watching you, and people are really excited. You've got an opportunity to do things really, really that are special this season, but you've got to earn it on the field.
Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
The run up the middle, looking for the score. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, 2nd and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the 3rd down.
They'll run with Nate Frazier. He'll be stopped right there. They kept it on the ground on 3rd and goal, and second and long here. Wide receiver comes in motion. 2nd down, going to throw it. Flip it out to the back on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. They've got him now. He almost picked up that 1st down on the screen. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Here comes the heat. Out wide left, it's Wilson. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The Noles come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Running inside, it's Singleton. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Let's take a second here to talk about Florida State. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
Burrowing for yardage. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on 1st down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it off.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different that can give this offense something to think about. And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
They'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. It's 1st and 5. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the 1st half. After the laundry marked the field, 1st and 5 for this offense. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Singleton. Turning it on. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
I think one of the hardest places to move the football on the field is right outside that fringe area. Now the offense gets to skip that area because it was a great job by this running back making something happen, getting the ball all the way down the field, now set up on 1st and goal.
Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He stopped in his tracks, and at least they didn't lose yardage on this one.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a 3rd down and goal.
Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
After that incompletion, it's now 4th and short in the red zone. Decision time if you're the head coach. Just take the field goal, or do you keep your offense on the field looking to get 6?
Just drives in between the uprights. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Not great field position. We'll see how aggressive they are in the final seconds. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. The Bulldogs using their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Snags it over the middle. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. Timeout on the field, and that's the 2nd call by Georgia. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Stepping to the right. Lets it fly. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's 2nd down.
Oh, man, you don't see many of those anymore. Nowadays, the gloves are so good, the hands are so good. You don't see a lot of drop passes. Missed opportunity there for the receiver.
Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Powers through the defender. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Frazier again. Gain of right at 7 yards. 2nd and 3 coming.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the dope. Out wide right, it's Taylor. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no...
It's a fumble! Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. And after the turnover, there's a man still down, and we have an injury on... We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean, this offense has to do something, put it together. You got a deficit, Palmer. You need some mojo. Something needs to go your way.
At this point of the game, they've got to score touchdowns every time they have possession.
And the Dogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Right side, it's Frazier. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
Good play call on defense.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Quarterback changing the play. Sellers to throw for it on fourth. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Those kind of plays can be huge for momentum. Even with the short return, they're set up at the 45. Quick give. It's Singleton. Looks as if there is a Seminole still down on the field. That is the senior tight end who's shaken up. We'll have Holly Rowe check on him. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Right back to it. He'll move it ahead, and a good productive play on the ground.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33. And the Noles will have it 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. Oh, and what a move. What a juke, and he makes it past the marker. The Seminoles are marching down the field. Hits inside. It's Singleton. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Here's some daylight. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he's stopped at the 18. 3rd and long coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And this kicker has had a busy night. The field goal unit is out there for the 3rd time. The holder will spot it about 35 yards out. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And now the lead is even bigger.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Here's a give to Frazier. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Unloads to the right. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Sellers through the noise. Showing the arm strength to the left. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
The Seminoles offense comes out ready to get this drive started. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
And the ball is out. Who's going to get it? A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls on the floor.
The offense fortunate to still have the ball, but also facing a big third down. Timeout called by the Bulldogs. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Third down for the offense after recovering their own fumble. He's looking downfield to throw. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he is corralled short of the line to gain.
Man, now and if this offense could go back, they'd be like, throw it away. You know, don't take the sack earlier in the downs because the scramble now puts you in a good 4th down situation. Interested to see what this offense does, but they got to stay away from those negative plays.
This kicker's leg is getting a workout. He's already made 3 field goals, and here he comes again. And it's no good. He missed it. After the missed field goal, fellas, still a 13-point ball game.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Here's Sellers to throw. Got his man. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Sellers lined up in the gun on 3rd down. Lofts one high and deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete, denying a big play on the final snap of the 3rd quarter. 4th quarter is coming up. And we're just about ready to go with the final quarter. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Changing the routes with his receivers. 4th down, Sellers. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. This offense has it with really good field position. Looking for space, it's Singleton. Just smothered on the play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Look out! Out wide right, it's Singleton. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the 1st down.
Such a tough spot to be in on defense because you're trailing. You're expecting the offense to run the football. They just did it on the last play, and then on a critical 3rd down, they go play action, and they throw it over your head. You got to feel for this defense.
They'll snap it from the 26 on 1st down. Left side, it's Napier. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
And the Seminoles getting set on 1st and 10. On the option. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time.
Headed to the end zone. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. The Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. He'll do it himself. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State.
Game 1, you want to come out and put drives like that together, score a bunch of points, and especially at home. Give your home crowd something to get excited about. They have today. They've been jacked up, and they're going to go 1-0.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra pointer right down the boulevard is there now, up 20 in the 4th. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty.
Number 36, set to advance on the football.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Sellers under pressure, and he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Hit as he throws, gets rid of it.
We're talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight. They thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job. completion.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Sellers to throw for it on fourth. Right down the middle. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. Tight end now in motion. Lets it fly. Got some room, entered to the goal line. First catch of his career, and you see why they believe this freshman tight end can contribute early. The Seminoles trying to cash it in on first and goal. He'll keep it himself. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
I just love the way the defense prepares. Each and every week we see this defense come out, and it's like 11 guys. They've got their head in the game, and they're playing as one unit. They knew it was going to be tough facing this option game with the quarterback in the running attack, but they've just done such a good job so far staying home, playing their assignments. You saw it on that last play right there. Rallying to the football, nowhere for him to go and creating a big loss.
Defense all over him. After getting knocked down in the backfield on the last 2 runs, you got to think they're going to try to throw it on third and goal. Big guy smells it. Touchdown, Florida State. And the punishment has been extended.
It's another good decision by the quarterback. You've got to be impressed here. On that one, he finds his tight end, but all game long, whether it's receivers or running backs or tight ends, wherever the best one-on-one matchup has been, he's been able to take advantage of it, and that's why they've been able to score so many points.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this. Lets it fly. He's got it down the right side. Finds a seam. All the way. Touchdown. Ready to try the point after. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Throwing, Sellers. He'll pull it down on the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. Timeout on the field, and that's the second call by Georgia. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. The Dogs can really attack on this second and short. Play fake, Sellers. Rush right in his face. Finds his tight end. He'll have enough for the first down, gets out of bounds, and that'll take us to the 2-minute timeout. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Escapes the pressure going right. Makes the grab. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Sells to run, looking to pass. Flush to the left. Gets rid of it. And the throw to the sideline is complete, but won't be enough for the first down.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Again, it's Sellers. They're all over him. Rushes on. Unleashes one deep. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs!
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Here's Sellers to throw. Moving out to the right. He's going to run it. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds. And here comes the offense on second down. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Timed that hit perfectly to keep it from making the grab. It'll be third down.
I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success, and still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think if you're going to get back in this game, you've got to go back to the run. Think about the play calls that have worked for you in this game, where you found success, where you found your explosive plays. Don't be afraid to call those plays again right now in this 2-minute situation.
Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. They go play action with Sellers. Bought a little time, lets it go. That one just came off his hand badly. They'll need a bunch on second down. Sells to fake. He's going to take off. Got his man. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. Still third down, but more ground to cover after the flag. Sellers to the air again. Moves to his right. Throws to the tight end. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Fourth down, Sellers. Here's a throw downfield late. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree. I'll tell you, regardless whether this team is ranked or unranked, when their home crowd is like they were today, they're tough to beat, period. And you know this crowd and these fans, they're going to be celebrating this win for days and days to come.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.